H.W. Hunter's Ram of the West is the largest Ram truck center in America, built from the ground up to offer the best truck buying and service experience anywhere. Let one of our certified truck experts help you choose from hundreds of trucks in inventory, including upfit vans and work trucks. And we have an inventory as big as a wide open West. Shop H.W. Hunter's Ram of the West on 10th Street West in the Lancaster Auto Mall or ramofthewest.com.
Test drive a new Ram truck today during the Ram Power Days, going on now.
H.W. Hunter's Ram of the West is the largest Ram truck center in America, with an inventory as big as a wide-open West, including upfit vans and work trucks, on 10th Street West in the Lancaster Auto Mall, or ramofthewest.com.
Test drive a new Ram truck today during the Ram Power Days, going on now.
All right, so after we get some audio issues squared up, Selvig from 20 yards out hooks up with Arias Collins, and it's 7-0 first quarter action. Return to the 21-yard line for Citrus. A 9:23 remaining in the opening quarter. And we'll run down some of the numbers here for you. Obviously, we missed them with the audio issues that we had early on. Zavala getting the start here today for the Owls. Zavala on the season, 1,183 yards, 12 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Completing just under 50% on the year with his passes. That pass nearly thwarted in the backfield, and that is terrific execution defensively. Deontay Knott second and long, 2nd and 14, loss of 4 on the play. Handoff inside, this one also going nowhere, Walter Carl. You look at the penetration up front, this is a defense that's just playing on a different level right now. Kalai Clark into the mix right there as well. Along with Brandon Goodman Jr. We might be joined by senior coming up here shortly. 3rd and 15. Zavala back to pass, plenty of time. He's going to step up, he's going to run it. And here comes the defense. He's going to be short of the first down. See the coverage there and nowhere for Zavala to go for it. And as soon as he takes off, the defense is there to put him away. So a couple of short possessions early on for the Owls. Antelope Valley. You think about last week, you go back to the game versus Mount San Jacinto. They started off incredibly sluggish. They were down 14-0 to get that thing started. And then the defense wakes up, and they are able to limit the Eagles to very little after that, en route to the 1-point win. Again, Devon Jones with the winning touchdown in that one. So Selvig and company will go back to work. Take over at the 40-yard line. In their own territory, Selvig setting up the screen near side. That pass is incomplete. Intended for Jalen Miller. Sargent out today. He's a little nicked up. Miller, the intended target. I remember having a conversation with Coach Chileka earlier in the season. A lot of Jalen's on this team. And we'll get to a couple of them, obviously, on the offensive side of the ball, but Jalen Harvey's really stepped up on the defense. Freshman stud defensive lineman. Been able to use his athleticism and utilize him in coverage and really disguise some looks and make things very difficult for opposing offenses. We see Selvig going nowhere right there. Back it up a couple. That's going to set up 3rd and long. It'll be 3rd and 12. Short shotgun, trips to the right. Could have been some early movement. Looking over the top, they're looking for Jones. This pass is going to be intercepted. Joseph Castillo. That's great coverage by Castillo. You see at the end of that play, really getting in on that ball, adjusting his instincts, great reaction to it. Catches it at his own 24-yard line, is tackled there, and the Owls back onto the field with their offense. Zavala and company will go to work. A little disarray here offensively. Offense caught off guard a little bit, down to 2 on the play clock. They do get the play off. Not much doing there. Brandon Goodman Jr. along with Kajante Figures there in a hurry. Goodman really coming on towards the end of the season, really getting a lot more confidence throughout. And we talked about the game slowing down earlier offensively for Tyler Selvig. For these freshman defensive players also slowing down, they are seeing things a lot faster, able to process and react accordingly. That play going nowhere. Kalai Clark in the mix. So another third and long situation. The Marauders have been able to get penetration with their defense just sending 4. I wonder at what point do they think about sending one more. Trips to the left for Zavala. Here comes the pressure over the top. Not much doing there. The catch is made. Was he out of bounds? Oh my goodness. That's a completion. Let's see if it was complete. Oh my, I just don't know if he's in bounds. There's the catch there. You got a foot down. That's a catch. That's an unreal play. On the far side. And that was Jeremiah Flores. Pass complete over the middle. I mean, the coverage is there. What are you going to do? That's a perfect throw and a perfect catch. Crawford on the reception on that one. Under the 5-minute mark. Going to be joined shortly here by Brandon Goodman Sr. Saw his son make a play. This one going nowhere over right tackle. Justin Alexander. And we are joined by Brandon Goodman Sr. Brandon, how you doing? Good. I know you're going through it during the week. Had a trip to the dentist, so happy you're able to make it here today. Make your pipes available to us. This one over the middle of the field. This one intercepted. That's an incredible one-handed grab. Let's see it again on the end zone cam. That's John Robinson. Look at this. Didn't have it at first. Secures it with one arm. Knee down, so he'll be down there. Incredible effort by Robinson. So a couple of back-to-back interceptions on back-to-back possessions here. The Marauders first. Selvig gets intercepted, and now Zavala gets picked. Not exactly sure what Zavala saw there. Threw it to a burgundy jersey. Selvig will take over on his own 27-yard line, going to keep it himself, and the defensive penetration on that one, stellar for the Owls. First man getting there was Kendall Henderson. Brandon, we've seen a lot of growth and maturity for this young defense and offense for the Marauders throughout the season. Obviously, you've had a pretty good look of them. Your son playing on the defensive side of the football, but what are you seeing out there as an avid viewer of the game? Second and 13, gain of 11 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Very manageable situation here, especially with a mobile quarterback. Obviously, the Marauders. And now we should have Brandon Goodman. Brandon, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, Mike. How are you doing today? Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. Kalai Clark, look at the big man rumble forward. 3rd and short, 4th and short situations. We're going to see Kalai Clark, and there he is. The big man gets it done.
Great job by Kalai. I'm really impressed with him this year.
You know, Brandon, as a high schooler, I was told he had 35 touchdowns as a running back, and he looked every bit the part on that one.
Wow, I didn't know that. But he's an athlete. You can tell. He's definitely an athlete.
Yeah, he's got some prospects at the next level, that's for sure. You know, you talk about him, you talk about Jalen Harvey. Goodman's starting to come on as well, and this team really gelling as a unit, offensive side as well, now that they've found an identity at the quarterback position in the insertion in the starting lineup of Tyler Selvig on the regular. That
Absolutely.
Pass incomplete. Gainoa.
Yeah, absolutely. I can definitely see the cohesiveness that's really come together this season from the start. The players are understanding their roles. They're understanding the play schemes a little better. You can tell in their play.
Well, it was a 20-yard hookup to get things started off in the scoring column for AVC to Arius Collins. Collins in the slot right now along with Devon Jones. Devon Jones with the winning touchdown last week versus the Eagles of Mount San Jacinto with 18 seconds left in that one. The receiving core a little nicked up here. 2nd and long. Rolling out. It's Collins on the reception. It's a beauty.
Collins is an awesome talent as well. I'm really impressed with him also.
Serious track speed. You get him in the open field, good things can happen. And you see right there, straddling the sideline, gets the foot down. They're going to say this is an incompletion. Wow. I can bring up 3rd and 10, just like that.
Oh, what a bummer. You know, Collins has really good energy. I love his energy on the field.
Today's broadcast being brought to you by Toyota of Lancaster, Hunter Dodge of the West, Amino Surge. We'll get to Amino Surge a little later on. Play clock running down. We'll take a break in the action. Back on SoCal College Sports momentarily. AVC up 7-0 on top of Citrus.
HW Hunter Ram of the West is the largest Ram truck center in America, built from the ground up to offer the best truck buying and service experience anywhere. Let one of our certified truck experts help you choose from hundreds of trucks in inventory, including upfit vans and work trucks. And we have an inventory as big as a wide open West. Shop HW Hunter's Ram of the West on 10th Street West in the Lancaster Auto Mall or ramofthewest.com.
Test drive a new Ram truck today during the Ram Power Days, going on now.
Third and long situation on the 45-yard line of the Marauders. They need the 45-yard line in Citrus territory. Selvig rolling to his right, has a man down the field. This is going to be out of bounds, but caught. So here comes the punting unit. And as it happens, Selvig will likely stay on the field because he's the punter, or has been. He was coming off momentarily and then realized, oh yeah, I also punt. Darren Warner back to receive this kick. Strong safety from Parkview High School in Lilburn, Georgia. Selvig rolling to his right, kicks this one away. Fair catch signal called. That's a beautiful punt by Tyler Selvig inside the 15-yard line with plenty of hang time. Saw a couple of those kicks earlier in the season. They were low, allowed the receiving team to maybe get a beat on it, set up some blocks, and that time Selvig kept it up there, even rolling out to his right.
Yeah, it definitely looks like he had a really good understanding of what he wanted to do with that ball on this kick.
So Savala intercepted his last time out. Try to get things working. The defense has been stellar. Really, ever since the Allen Hancock game. Obviously, that was during the bye week. But, you know, that's a game where the Marauders were really smacked in the mouth. That's the only game on the season where they were really not in it. But they actually scored first in that ball game. It's going to be a minimal game.
That was definitely an eye-opener for them. I talked to a lot of the defensive guys after that game, and, you know, that just made them want to work that much more harder.
Yeah. You know, it's a testament to the character of a team, how they respond to losses. This is a team that is 5-3 on the year. We talked about it in the pregame, although we didn't get the pregame out. We've had some audio issues here today. They're 4 points away from being 7-1. Citrus coming in with a record of 7-1. They should be right there, but instead, they're not. They're looking to really make a statement here today, up 7-0 early on top of a team that is 7-1.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, those little decisions throughout the early part of the season that put them in the position that they're in, it was always a play away, a catch away.
Yep. It's going to be enough for a first down, so this will move the chains for the Owls.
Going in with the 4-3 now.
4-3 look defensively. Savala going to take off. Clark on the backside in pursuit, and check that was Goodman.
Yeah, that was Junior in pursuit. Lost his footing.
You know, looking at Goodman at the beginning of the season versus now, he's really progressed in terms of his physical maturity. He's put on a little weight.
Yeah, he has.
And I don't mean in a bad way, too.
Oh, no, absolutely. No, we talked about that.
Those aren't some cake pounds. Those are some.
That was intentional.
Rocks.
That was intentional.
Yeah.
He realized he needed a little more weight because he came out of high school playing defensive end.
Have him lined up in the interior right now. The defense is going to get all over Savala. That'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 7-0. Antelope Valley on top of Citrus. You are watching SCFA football live on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
H.W. Hunter's Ram of the West is the largest Ram truck center in America, with an inventory as big as a wide open West, including upfit vans and work trucks, on 10th Street West in the Lancaster Auto Mall or ramofthewest.com.
Test drive a new Ram truck today during the Ram Power Days, going on now.
What's 2nd and 7 on the board? If memory serves, after the sack, it looks like a 3rd and long situation. Now they do have it corrected. Savala with some time, and finally getting off of his block was that Jalen Harvey.
Man, great play. Great play. They ran a stunt up front.
Harvey indeed was the man. And Coach, let's watch this here. See Harvey on that edge, gets off of his block and makes him pay with a vengeance. My goodness. Gaona back to receive the kick, and he is going to be throttled.
Great kick.
At the 44-yard line. Plenty of hang time. Gaona did not call a fair catch, and he pays the price.
Yeah, I think his pride might have got the best of him on that one.
Brandon, where did you play?
Where we starting off at? High school?
Let's give me the resume.
Yeah, I played at Morningside High School.
Okay.
Four-year starter, varsity there. Didn't get recruited right out of high school. Played in the All-Star game. Then got a chance to go ahead and walk on to USC under Coach Robinson. Played there for a little bit, left the school and went to the Anaheim Piranhas Arena League. Played there until that league folded, and then got allocated to the Arizona Cardinals. Had a quick stint in the military, came out of the military and bounced around between the Broncos and the Chargers and Canadian League also, Calgary Stampeders. So haven't had an opportunity to really set my foot in firmly in any of these teams. But I definitely enjoyed the ride and definitely enjoyed the process in getting there.
Selvig over the middle of the field. That pass incomplete on 2nd and 7.
Absolutely looking forward to just sharing my journey with these kids and helping them understand what it takes to get there as well.
Oh, we'll set up an opportunity at halftime, talk about a very, it's brand new product to the market. Amino Surge, something you're very excited about, we're very excited about, and partnering up with something that can help young athletes achieve what they want to on the field in terms of performance. 3rd and 7 for the Marauders. Trips to the left. They have Arias Collins out of the backfield setting up the screen. He has a couple blocks. Will he get to the first down marker? He needs the 46. He's not going to get there. They'll give him midfield. And this is 4-down territory. You got a quarterback that does have a knack for punting the football, but you always have to be ready. Makes him so dangerous.
Absolutely. Yeah, he does really good on the quick outs, the quick slants. If this team can stay consistent with doing that, they'd be very dangerous.
And you probably have a lot of confidence in your defense. Why not take a shot here? You're at midfield. This is only 4th and 4. Selvig will punt it away, though. There's some hang time on this kick, and it will be fair caught. Smart decision, too. I don't think this was going anywhere as Darian Warner receives it at his own 15-yard line.
Yeah, very good point. You know, we definitely, would like to see some confidence exercise in the defense. This defense can score. This is a scoring defense.
Camera 1, camera 2. For some reason, one doesn't have it. Camera 1, camera 2. Camera 1, camera 2. Camera 2. Camera 1. Zavala taking over. And the run over the left side. Walter Carl, freshman running back from Chino Hills. Well, AVC got out of the gates early on, but the offense has got a little stagnant here. Defensively, pitching a shutout right now, and they have Citrus backed up pretty much the entire first half to this point. See Harvey on the left side of that line playing the end.
Wow.
Carl again.
Good play.
That's a fantastic job inside. And guess who? It's Goodman, first man there.
Junior. And did a great job shutting off the blocks this time.
See him over the middle here. Gets off of his block. He was double team coach. And he's able to finish that play.
Yeah, we've been talking about that the last few games. He gets doubled and tripled a lot.
Well, with good reason. When you start, receiving those double and triple teams, you're opening things up for your players.
Absolutely.
Carl,
there he is
this
again.
time over the left side, right in the middle of the mix. Goodman again.
Was that a sack?
No, I think they're going to move the chains. They're going to give him forward progress. Well, Goodman gets there, but it looked like Carl did find a way to get over the first down marker, over past the 25. So initially he was there. That's just a terrific effort offensively by Carl.
Yeah, great effort by Carl. He did a really good heads-up play.
We keep those feet churning. As a running back, good things likely going to happen. Zavala back to pass.
Oh,
Goodman with the sack.
He did it again, getting off these double teams. That's what it comes down to.
He has been a menace on this possession. Watch this here.
Great aggression. I love the attitude. That's one thing I see from this defense with all these players. They have good aggression. They have really good attitude in their pursuit for the ball.
It's controlled attitude, though. And the last couple of seasons, penalties have really been a factor. Obviously, at times you're going to have bad penalties, but less bad penalties this season. Very excited about what this ball club's doing. And unfortunately there, nothing doing on 2nd and long. It looked like Justin Alexander tripped over his own player.
What was that, number 7, I think, made the tackle on this one?
I think that was Enzo Fantalo Barker.
Enzo.
So 3rd and long coming up. Zavala with trips to the left. Back to pass. Plenty of time. Intercepted!
There we go.
This one might go back to the house. Couple blockers in front, into the end zone. This is Kajante Figures.
Mr. Figures, I called it. That's an awesome kid. He's got a good attitude, great heart. He has good work ethic.
You see him jump the route here, Coach, and he takes it to the house. Figures in for 6, cutting it back. Look at that. Doing his best Ed Reed impersonation, in for 6. And Antelope Valley goes up 13-0, pending an extra point.
This is a scoring defense. I've seen it. I've seen how they look in practice. They play the same way.
Extra point is up and good.
That was a championship defensive series right there.
It really was. That's a great way to put it. And we'll see it again on replay. Figures jumps the route, drops back in coverage, and takes it to the house for 6. 14-0, the Marauders on top of the Owls. You're watching SCFA football live on SoCal College Sports. Today's broadcast being brought to you in part by Toyota of Lancaster, Hunter Dodge of the West, Amino Surge, Vincent's Pizza and Pasta. Nice return for the Owls past the 40-yard line. So
he did a good job maintaining control of that catch and focusing on getting upfield.
Yeah, sometimes you won't have a nice clean reception of the football, and that will stutter what you're trying to do up the field. He was able to do everything in one fluid motion, get up the field. The Owls with terrific starting field position.
Great focus.
Good response after giving up the 2nd touchdown of the game, this time to the defense. The defense back on the field. Harvey, on the left end. Goodman not in. Frank Arnold inside. Looks like Arnold was held. No flag on the play. As Carl takes it up ahead for a couple. Under 10 to go in the second quarter. Antelope Valley in the driver's seat. Talk about today, and with a win today, they've improved to 6-3, and you're talking about possibly hosting a bowl game.
Absolutely,
in
that's
the playoffs.
exactly what they're looking for.
Arnold, first man there. Carl tripped up in the backfield. He's going to lose a couple. So another 3rd and long situation as Junior back into the ball game.
Arnold got some good, quick penetration on those last 2 defensive plays. We
see a flag on the field. Well, AVC games, no stranger to flags. Have not seen a lot of those today. That's a good sign.
Man, that is a really good sign. That shows the discipline that the coach has been working with them.
It's unfortunate, too, because they're going to get flagged on this one for a face mask. And
wow.
Sometimes these face masks, nothing you can do. You're trying to sustain your balance, so you avoid injury. You'll take a 15 versus a knee injury going down.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely one of the cons.
Hurting yourself or hurting another player or anything like that. You want to sustain balance as much as possible. It's a new quarterback in for the Owls. This is Ernesto Camacho. And Camacho sails that one long, 2nd and 10. Citrus has been able to do very little offensively. Talked about them coming off of a loss last week to San Bernardino Valley. If you go back to the ball game earlier this year for the Marauders at home, that was a game versus San Bernardino Valley where they had it won.
Yes.
And it was a 2-point conversion that was offset by a couple of penalties. Have a timeout called, taken on the field by the Owls. 14-0, 8:26 to go. You are watching SCFA football. Back in a moment after a word.
H.W. Hunter's Ram of the West is the largest Ram truck center in America, built from the ground up to offer the best truck buying and service experience anywhere. Let one of our certified truck experts help you choose from hundreds of trucks in inventory, including upfit vans and work trucks. And we have an inventory as big as a wide open West. Shop H.W. Hunter's Ram of the West on 10th Street West in the Lancaster Auto Mall or ramofthewest.com.
Test drive a new Ram truck today during the Ram Power Days, going on now.
Run inside on 2nd and 10. Not much doing over the left side. Isaiah Gray, freshman running back from El Segundo. So 3rd and 9. Down 14-0. You got a new quarterback in there. Do you maybe think about 4-down territory here? This has been a very stingy defense thus far. You're going to have to take some chances. Pressure on the quarterback again for Antelope Valley. Pass incomplete. First man there was Reginald Wright for the Marauders. .7:45 to go. The offense going to get another crack at it. Have to stay disciplined here, though. In a possible 4-down territory situation for the Owls. Nearly blocked. Plenty of hang time. Gaona takes care of it. Looked like Chris Hill, the tight end. Oh, excuse me. Tristan Sneezy. What a name.
Yeah, that was a really good effort of his coming in for that block.
Nearly took all of it out. If you look at Tyler Selvig, looking back to the coaching staff, he might be having an issue with his helmet here, Coach. Trips to the left for Selvig. They're going to bring a man off the edge. Selvig spins away from it, looking downfield, has a man in the flat. It's Collins. Collins with a little green in front of him, unable to stay in bounds, but it's a completion for a first down.
Great body control by the quarterback there on that play, throwing across his body.
Look at Selvig here, making a read, hitting his man in stride.
He opened up his hips, turned his shoulders across. That's textbook.
You know, early in the season, Selvig was throwing a lot off the back foot. And on that pass, you see him throwing across his body, but able to drive the football. You love to see that.
Absolutely, yeah, driving forward off his front foot.
2 up and 2 down, wide. Morris Moore, no, they're going to set up Arias Collins on the screen. He's got one man to beat. Let's see if he can get to the edge. He can.
Good defense.
Absolutely thwarted on the far side. And that's Marquis Ogletree.
That was a good read by Ogletree.
Set up second and long here. Well, after the opening touchdown on the drive for Antelope Valley, the defense been a little stingy for Citrus, and they played pretty well outside of the lone touchdown on the board, and then you get the defensive touchdown. They're down 14-0.
Absolutely. I feel like the defense understands that they need to take more control over these games.
Collins past the 40-yard line, still in Marauder territory. Will make this third manageable, up to the 42.
Once you get 2 up like this, as a defensive player, you need to understand that you have to be stingy. You have to be able to have that mindset where you're taking control over the game. So to have a defense that can do that gives you a really good advantage. Coming up the middle here, handoff.
Not much doing there, and Morris Moore not going anywhere. And again, the punting unit will come on. So a defensive battle. AVC in the driver's seat. You certainly like where they're at in this one. Triple header coverage here today on SoCalCollegeSports.com. ELAC at Ventura at 6 o'clock, and also at 6, big matchup in the north. Long Beach City traveling to College of the Canyons. This one kicked away and quickly converged on was Darian Warner.
Nothing says Saturday college football like a triple header. So I like the sound of that.
Again, today's broadcast being brought to you in part by Toyota of Lancaster and Hunter Dodge of the West. Camacho out there. Hands off. That's a terrific cutback run by Justin Alexander.
Yeah, finding the seam. That's the key to being a successful running back, is understanding how to find those seams.
Not only finding the seams, but you have to have the ability to get to the seams.
Well, yeah, definitely.
For sure. Combination of vision and instinct. Trips to the right. They're going to go back to Alexander. Alexander will get outside. He's near first down yardage. Well, with the offensive struggles for AVC, the defense has been on the field for a little while, especially after the defensive touchdown. You go and score, but now your defense is back out there. I'd say right now they look a little gassed.
You know, this defense has been dealing with this all season long, actually, spending a lot of time on the field and dealing with endurance. But they're handling it really well. I can definitely say that. The coach is doing a good job of changing them out and giving them some breaks.
Camacho in the shotgun. He has the arm. Does he have the accuracy? That pass is complete. Flores with the unreal catch earlier in this one on the boundary. And that one near first down yardage. It's going to be yards short, so 2nd and 1 after a 9-yard catch. A hookup from Camacho to Flores. Alexander again on the handoff in the middle. That's terrific blocking up front. That'll be good enough for a first down into Marauder territory near the 45. And the offense starting to win the time of possession battle here in the second quarter, keeping the defense on the field. Alexander picking his spot.
Good job up front by the defensive line there.
Initially unable to get penetration, but they converge on the second level and keep that to a modest run of 2, maybe 3 yards. Goodman in on the tackle.
Yeah, that's a really good key to these defensive lines, understanding how to make the adjustment when they're not able to get penetration and staying at home, not getting pushed back off the line of scrimmage too far, staying in a position to make a play.
Camacho back to pass. Purdue nearly with an interception. That's one heck of a job jumping that route. Purdue nearly had one.
Purdue is an awesome, awesome talent. I really like Purdue. I've been very impressed with him this season.
Nearly got Camacho on that one. It was an early day for Zavala, a couple of INTs. One of them a pick 6. Camacho getting the nod at the QB position. Harvey,
wow.
He's under duress. It's a gang tackle in the secondary.
They didn't look tired on that one, Mike.
No, they did not. Figures already with a pick 6. Give him a sack. Look at the amount of duress here. It even looked like Figures was held on the play. That's terrific persistence by Figures en route to the sack of Camacho. Bring up 4th down and a mile. Under 2 to go. Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout ourselves. Back in a moment. The Owls have to punt it away. Better coverage that time by special teams. Guyona,
great kick.
Pinned inside the 10-yard line. Makes a couple of moves, and he is thwarted out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Again, today's broadcast being brought to you by Amino Surge, Toyota of Lancaster, and Hunter Dodge of the West. Thank you to all the sponsors on the season. We appreciate you. We appreciate you very much.
Great nifty feet on the return there.
Yeah, Guyana did not panic. He was able to make a couple of moves, get a couple blocks, wait for the blocks to develop, and make a move.
Very mature play.
Eric Guyana, freshman wide receiver. Selvig going to keep it himself, take a massive hit.
That looked like helmet to helmet there.
It really did. And we're going to have a
I heard that up here.
Whistle on the field, and I wonder if they're going to take a look at Selvig. 1:34 to play. What was the timeout here?
They're going to let it play.
Trips to the right for Selvig. After the big hit, rolling out to his right. Stops on a dime, has a man. That's Devon Jones intended for. He throws it into double coverage. It was going to be a first down had the pass been complete.
Great pass, though. He put it in there.
It was on the money. Jones got to come up with that. He
heard the footsteps on both sides.
He really did, and I think that's what resulted in the play being what it was. 1:19 to go in the second quarter. Antelope Valley has pitched a shutout to this point. But now you got to get something going offensively. Antelope Valley will be the first to have the ball at the start of the third quarter, driving the football, but Selvig off of the mark on that play. He was hit late.
I love his pocket awareness on that play.
You see him step up on the play. We're going to see this play from Selvig come up, but he gets hit late here. Sometimes you'd see a flag on that one.
Yeah, that was a late push.
It's borderline late, but for sure unnecessary. And that's what referees are really trying to key in on here.
They're letting them play today, it looks like.
This one's going to roll past and take a very favorable bounce for the Marauders inside the 30-yard line. So a terrific kick by Selvig.
Looks like another scoring defensive position.
It really does. You know what? Obviously, we'll take it if you're a Marauder fan. Well, what's the play call? You have a defense that's potentially a little gassed. Do you maybe just put them in a prevent type of look? It looks like that's exactly what they're going to be in here.
I say run the ball, especially with the defense running this big 3-4 spread.
Yeah. Flores able to come free on the far side. Still on his feet. Poor tackling by the Marauders. He's at the 45-yard line.
That second level does tend to struggle, though, with Antelope Valley. That's one thing I've noticed. That defensive front, they have a lot of confidence in that defense front. That's why they're running that big spread, 3-4 or 4-3. But that second level, they've got to step up.
Timeout going to be taken on the field. We'll be back.
HW Hunters Ram of the West is the largest Ram truck center in America, with an inventory as big as a wide open West, including upfit vans and work trucks, on 10th Street West in the Lancaster Auto Mall or ramofthewest.com.
Test drive a new Ram truck today during the Ram Power Days, going on now.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line. That's a heady timeout by the defense and Coach Jaleka, knowing that the defense a little gassed at this point in the ball game. They've been on the field for much of the first half. They're going to get a breather. This pass going to be complete, but quickly converged on. Was Jalen Purdue smarting a little bit after the play.
Way to recognize and break out of that zone like that.
Yep.
That's exactly what they need to do.
The reaction time indeed here, Coach, and that was Drew Thompson on the reception. Picks up 4, 2nd and 6. Under 20 seconds to go. This could be the final play of the first half. Zavala back in at QB, over the top looking for Flores. Nothing there. Pass incomplete, stopping the clock with 6.5 seconds to go. And this will likely be the final play of the first half.
There it is.
Here comes Goodman. Under duress is Zavala.
Wow.
Pass is complete.
Play.
Finally get away. Kazmirdina
Great
has
play.
it. Flag on the field. If this is on the defense, this will not end the half. Battle number 7 is Enzo Fantao Barker, first man to Dina. But we'll have a discussion on the field, and if this is against Antelope Valley. No, illegal hands by Citrus. Penalty will be declined, and that'll take us to halftime. 14-0, Antelope Valley cruising here from Lancaster.
H.W. Hunter's Ram of the West is the largest Ram truck center in America, built from the ground up to offer the best truck buying and service experience anywhere. Let one of our certified truck experts help you choose from hundreds of trucks in inventory, including upfit vans and work trucks. And we have an inventory as big as a wide open West. Shop H.W. Hunter's Ram of the West on 10th Street West in the Lancaster Auto Mall or ramofthewest.com.
Test drive a new Ram truck today during the Ram Power Days, going on now.
Third quarter about to get underway. 14-0. The Marauders will be the first to receive it here at the start of the third quarter. Guyana with it at the 30, 35-yard line, still on his feet. Laundry on the field. And let's see what the flag's about. This is in the area where you probably see a hold here, Coach. Yep.
He's talking to number 56 at the break. He was saying that the heat is really a factor.
Pretty hot down there. I mean, it's a beautiful day for football here from Lancaster, but it does get a little hot. 2 p.m. game. Sometimes it can be a little hotter than you would like.
Absolutely.
Mike Spade alongside Brandon Goodman Sr. Happy you've joined us, everyone. Selvig up the seam.
Oh, wow.
That went off the mark. He was looking for Collins. I don't know if that one sailed on him. He was under duress.
Miscommunication on the route.
Yeah, I think so. I think that was supposed to be maybe a post and go, Coach.
Absolutely. That's exactly what that was.
Well, it wasn't. And
Yeah,
we have an incompletion.
That's what it was supposed to be. But he threw it. He threw it right.
Second and 10. Morris
Keep
in motion, and they're going to keep it with Selvig. He'll pick up 3.
So now we're setting up for coming down with 3rd down. Lined up in the shotgun is the quarterback. He rolls out to his left.
Yeah, Selvig on the move, looking for some time. He's going to turn the corner. He's going to fall forward. He'll be short of the first down marker up ahead to the 26. He needed the 28, so it'll be a win for the defense early on in the third quarter for Citrus. Citrus defensively played pretty well. They only allowed 7 points in that first half. Of course, the pick 6 by Figures really putting Citrus in a hole. Let's see if the defense can play as well in the second half as they did in the first. You talked about Junior letting you know about the heat out there and that playing a factor, and the depth is now going to come into question. That's a tough kick.
Oh, wow.
And that is a dangerous pickup.
That was a heads-up
for
pickup.
Citrus. Yeah, it was. Darian Warner has it go right at his feet instead of possibly having it ricochet off of him and be a muff punt.
Absolutely.
And letting it go past him. Exactly right. He picks it up and stops the bleeding. It's back to the 39-yard line. So pretty good field position to start off the third quarter. The first offensive drive. Zavala back in at the helm for the Owls. Flores now near side. Have a matched up battle of ones, him and Purdue. Purdue will lay off. They go up the middle, and the safety is there. That is terrific
Great
coverage
call by the defense
from Bross Lee. At the very last moment, you see Purdue come off of the bump and run coverage.
Yeah, to play zone.
And put him in a zone type of look. Drawn up perfectly. That's a great read. Now, Brendan, can you talk about, as a defense, what you're seeing out there to make that call?
Yeah, I'm just noticing that the offense is definitely shying away from the run. So it just made it easier for them to go ahead and make that call to step back into that zone defense again.
Yeah, we saw the run be successful in that first half in spurts for Citrus. But you got to have some sustained success offensively. We saw none of that in the first half, and a couple of turnovers. One of them, an ugly one, to pick 6 for Zavala.
Right. You know, the linemen are giving up tails, too, and that offensive line is giving up tails between the pass and the run. I think that's what the defensive coordinator is picking up on.
Nothing doing there.
Great
It's
stop.
Goodman and Kalai Clark.
Dynamic duo. That's what I call them.
Look at the penetration here by the defensive lineman. Clark with a head of steam. Are they running a stunt? It looked like Goodman maybe went to one side, Clark on the inside with the penetration.
They got athletic defensive linemen there, especially for Kalai's size. He's a very athletic guy, so they realize that they can get away with that with them, not lose ground.
So the punting unit on for the Owls. Guyana out to receive the kick. He will do just that. Nearly muffed it. Has the composure to bring it past the 45-yard line. He'll fall ahead to the 47. And again, terrific special teams play made by Guyana.
Another mature play by a punt returner.
Yep.
With a bobble. That's really good to see that these kids showing that type of focus.
So the offense will get another crack at it. Better field position this time. Terrific. In fact, near midfield. They're at the 47-yard line. They send a man in motion. That's Jones. They hand off. It's a fly sweep. Jones over the right side looking for some room. He has nothing there.
Great pursuit by the defense.
Yeah, the defense all over it, swarming. It's a loss of 2 on the play for Devon Jones.
Well, let's see if this defense can keep that up. That type of energy they just showed in that first play was outstanding.
Yeah, the lateral speed for the defense of the Owls is very impressive. Usually it's either or. Right. You're weak up the middle, but you're very good in terms of the perimeter defense.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like the perimeter defense pretty good, and they've not seen a lot of windows on the inside there. So a very balanced squad defensively for the Owls. But
absolutely, I agree.
Still down 14-0. More, no, it's a play action. And a missed tackle early on, but a gang tackle is at Devon Jones again. They blew the whistle, so the play is dead. It's going to be pickup of about 6. So 3rd and 4 coming up. This is definitely 4-down territory situationally on the outside of the field.
Great find by Tyler, finding that opening right there.
And I say 4-down territory, Coach, because at what point do you have to take a chance to keep your offense off the field, keep your defense off of the field? Because at this point in the ball game, it's about the Owls not scoring on offense, and you need your defense to have a head of steam.
Well, yeah, we're so early in this third quarter right now. You kind of still want to keep the pressure on them. I mean, even though you're in good position to go either way, but you definitely keep the pressure on them because this Owls team, they can score at any time.
Selvig has a man on the far side. That's Collins. Collins with a lot of speed on that far side. I don't know if he has the marker. Where are they going to mark him out? Looks like they're going to have him out at the 47-yard line. He needed the 43. He's going to be 4 yards short. So it's only a pickup of 1. So Selvig will show punt early on here. We have seen a couple of fantastic fake punts on the season executed by Tyler Selvig. We talk about the threat that he is at that position, being the quarterback.
Perfect position to go either way.
It felt like that was maybe a bit of a read. That's a muff. It was touched by the player.
And a score. Wow.
And a score. Do they rule it a touchdown?
No. Calling it was at the 8, the 9.
We'll have a pretty good look of it here. That was definitely touched. Darian Warner.
What is the call there, Mike?
I'm not exactly sure here. Did it touch a player? Was the knee down here? Well, if there's a knee down, it should be inside the 5-yard line.
Inside the 5.
Not entirely sure. We'll go to live action. Selvig rolling out to his right, looking for some room on the far side, looking for a gap, and I think he's in.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed, still on his feet. It's a touchdown, Marauders.
Great hustle.
So just like that, the Marauders go for the jugular. Look at Eric Selvig. They faked the power move to Kalai Clark, who was brought in at running back, leaving the perimeter wide open. He stays on his feet, touches the pylon with the football, still in bounds. It's a touchdown. Selvig in for 6.
Great heads up by Tyler to stutter inside like that. That's what bought him time to make it to that pylon.
Kick is up, and it's good. 21-0. AVC all over Citrus. You are watching SCFA football live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Zip. The Marauders in the driver's seat here from Lancaster. 5-3 on the season. Citrus coming in off of a loss. We were thwarted from the ranks of the unbeaten versus San Bernardino Valley last week handily. And they are being handled here today by the Marauders. Lucas Seaton will kick this one away. That's a terrific return for the Owls. And for the Owls, that's Casimir Dina. Dina has been a menace on the special teams unit in the return game specifically for Citrus.
Marauders' return D was set up more so for the reverse field.
Right.
They left the lane wide open.
So the return out to midfield, and that's where the Owls will try to get something going offensively. Easier said than done. Is Junior out there, Coach? 55 or 56?
Yeah, he's out there in the middle.
All right. Goodman indeed out there in pursuit of the quarterback. Zavala rolling to his right, has a man near side. That pass is caught.
Great catch.
Completed by Drew
Great
Thompson.
Catch.
Falling down. See the catch here.
Yeah, they went with like a down 3-man rush on that one.
And it looked like Thompson coming back to the cornerback almost looked like a hook route. Coming back to Zavala. So you get the big return, then you have that's out to midfield, down to the 19. That's 31 yards. So the hookup between Zavala and Thompson has the Owls in business after going down 21-0. Zavala sends his back in motion out of the backfield. Zavala feeling the pressure. Holding
on 56. What was that?
Massive
79?
amount of flags on the field. An injured Owl.
That was just an obvious hold there in that middle.
We'll have a hold. We're probably going to have an injury timeout, so we're going to step aside after a word from our sponsor.
H.W. Hunter's Ram of the West is the largest Ram truck center in America, with an inventory as big as a wide open West, including upfit vans and work trucks, on 10th Street West in the Lancaster Auto Mall or ramofthewest.com.
Test drive a new Ram truck today during the Ram Power Days, going on now.
Back it up 10, 1st and 20 now. Brenny, you talked about some of the defense had been working on selling the hold. Okay, can you talk a little bit more about that there? Because that's exactly what happened on that last play.
Absolutely. The defensive front has been working on really getting off of their blocks and turning their hips and making the turn. So when you move your hips to the side and you get the offensive lineman off to your parallel side, if they're holding, it's going to be obvious. It's going to be apparent, and that's exactly what happened on that last play.
Second in the zip code for the Owls, as they are backed up after the incompletion on 1st and 20. Here it comes. Is that Enzo? No, that was Bros Lee.
Bros.
Was that a delayed?
Figures. That was Figures, right?
No, 14, wasn't it?
24. I thought it was 24.
No, it's Bros Lee. It looked like a delayed blitz here, Coach. It's definitely Bros Lee.
Okay.
Figures is 24, Lee is 14. That's an easy mistake.
Appreciate it.
Third and 26. They need the 10.
Oh, we got a timeout.
Timeout called. I wonder if they just didn't like the look. That's the second timeout called. Now, well, you're up 3 scores. I think you're playing with little house money here, so not the worst thing in the world, but you do like to obviously hang on to those timeouts as much as you can. 21-0, 7:36 to go. Back in a moment after a word from our sponsors. .36 to go. We're in the third quarter. It is all AVC today. Early game in the SCFA. One of them. We'll get some scores from around the SCFA here to you shortly. Zavala on 3rd and forever. Under duress yet again. Here comes Clark. A couple of missed tackles. Zavala's not going to get there, although that's a very persistent play by the QB of the Owls. Couple of missed tackles, missed opportunity for Reginald Wright. I think Ross Lee also in there, along with Jalen Cochran. Well, you're now 21-0. I figure you're probably either going to pooch this or take a look. Look for Flores here. Flores near side, one-on-one. He's been the go-to guy. They go one-on-one. He's with Flores with Purdue, a battle of number ones. Purdue fell down. It was complete. Does he have the first? I don't believe he does.
Wow, they should have took an end zone shot with him in that matchup. I like that matchup, Flores with Purdue. Purdue is a great talent, but Flores has the height advantage.
See the play here. See Purdue fall down. Purdue a little smart. And look at Bros Lee. Bros Lee makes that play possible and makes it a turnover on downs because he converges after Purdue had fallen down. Lee gets to Flores, makes the tackle, and the Owls are turned away.
Bros was a recent defensive mention in the past week. He flies. He's all over the place. Yeah,
we saw him on the delayed blitz earlier on that drive. Morris Moore going nowhere. And Coach, my hats off to both of these defenses here today. The Owls have been terrific as well.
They have. They've really been playing hard. They truly have.
And the Marauders could use a sustained drive offensively for their defense.
This would be a great opportunity to give the defense a little bit of a rest so they can finish this game strong.
Well, easier said than done. You don't want to take too many chances. Selvig already with a pick today, but it's a 2nd and long situation, 2nd and 12 to be exact after the loss on the play. Remember, Jalen O'Neal went out early with an injury. Looked like some early movement defensively. Don't know if they crossed into the neutral zone. And look at that play there by Selvig. And that's one earlier in the year where Selvig, and he had another similar situation early in the ballgame, maybe takes a sack after being under duress with so many white jerseys around him. Instead, he's able to buy some time, get some separation, and throw it away in an area of where a receiver might have been, knowing he was outside of the tackle box. You don't see a flag. It's not intentional grounding. It remains 3rd and 12 instead of 3rd and longer. Selvig under duress, and it's hit from the blind side. The first man there for Citrus is Aboud Elias.
Great rush.
You're going to see Elias here. He's going to cheat up, and nobody is assigned to him.
Running back.
That's a missed assignment for Moore. So 3 and out after a turnover on downs. Selvig's still in there, of course. But now this is a terrific opportunity for Casimir Dina, who's been very good in the return game.
Good punt.
Bounces
Great
past
pressure by the
midfield.
defense.
Pressure comes up, converged on, and the ball will be spotted at the 38. Talk about flipping the field on special teams. Selvig does exactly right when he needs to.
Absolutely, and the coverage coming down, they did a really good job of putting the pressure on the return guy, not even making an attempt to return.
The first man there for AVC, Jalen Miller, making sure that happened. So 5:01 to go in the third quarter. Zavala and company will take over again. Missed opportunity on the last drive. Throws it to the far side. Pop fly, incomplete. Intended for Reggie Crawford. Sophomore wide receiver, 6'3", 223 from Chaminade Prep, St. Louis, Missouri.
Good size. Great size.
Great size. Unable to come up with that one, though. 2nd and 10. Don't see Kalai Clark in there, coach. And maybe just taking a breather. We talked about this depth. They're going to need it. Dina up ahead for 4, maybe 5. Give him 6.
And now the run game is able to push it up the middle.
Well, you don't have Clark and you don't have Goodman in there. Goodman going to come back into the ball game. Clark getting a breather. He's down on the bench, not being tended to by the training staff, and that's a good sign, obviously. Casimir Dina. He's a slash player, running back, wide receiver. Probably can throw it a little bit. Little Cordell in him. Cheating up on the blitz. They send a couple extra. Opens up the middle of the field. It's a completion for first down. Pass caught by Jeremiah Linneberger. That'll move the chains. Late substitution. Defense going to have to get off of the field. See, this is a situation where if you have a heady quarterback out there, more savvy quarterback, that get him to the line, and you get a free 5. Zavala unable to rally the troops in time to make that happen. Dina up ahead, still on his feet. He's just an elusive guy to get down.
He is. He keeps his feet going.
Figures had him after a 1-yard gain, but he kept his feet going. Makes a 1-yard gain, a 3-yard gain. I think if you're a coach, you'll take that every day of the week.
Absolutely.
3 yards on first down, 3-4 yards. That's what you want.
It keeps moving. That's what we want, exactly. They had a really good tempo the last 2 plays.
Yeah. 2 wide receivers up and down. Dina in the backfield, Zavala in the shotgun. Zavala with some time. Being converged on. Here comes Brosley. Brosley forcing Zavala out of bounds.
Great coverage downfield.
Is he at the line of scrimmage, or is he behind it? If he's behind it, that's a sack for Brosley. Well, it'll be Brosley credited with the sack, but that's a coverage sack. You're exactly right there, Brennan.
Absolutely.
So 3rd and long at the 48. Make it the 47 in Marauder territory. Zavala finds an open man, and that one off of the hands of Jeremiah Linneberger. Linneberger had just caught the first down, and that's a situation I think he felt the footsteps of Jalen Harvey.
Oh, yeah, he felt it. He heard it. He sensed it. Jalen was coming fast, and he was coming hard. Great pass by the quarterback.
Excuse me, that was not Jalen Harvey. That's Augustin Lorfils.
Oh, number 30.
Yep. Fake punt. It's going to be a first down. And then some. That's a terrific call.
Oh, wow. Great call. Great sale, too.
Well played here by Sean Bailey Jr.
You think that was planned? I mean, the snap was so low. I kind of feel like he just made a heads-up play there.
You know, it's a situation where it could have been a read, but it certainly felt like he had momentum going forward, even with the low snap. And I think even if your long snapper knows that it needs to be or it's going to be a fake, you might get a little jitters.
You're right.
So it's a first down, a new set of downs for the Owls. Trips to the left. Zavala hit as he throws.
Oh,
it's
wow.
intercepted by Lorfils.
Jumped the route.
Jumped
Great
again.
job.
What exactly is the referee seeing? That looked like a clear interception. We'll have a really good look of it here. Does he drop it?
He cradled that catch, didn't he?
Caught there. Does it hit the turf? It hits right there.
Oh,
That's a good call.
wow. Testament to the referees.
That's a great look by the referee, and we had it. Lorfils thought he had a pick. Would have been the third today for Zavala. And the replay comes through. Didn't need it because they had the right call on the field. Will be 2nd and 10 when we come back.
HW Hunter's Ram of the West is the largest Ram truck center in America, with an inventory as big as a wide open West, including upfit vans and work trucks, on 10th Street West in the Lancaster Auto Mall or ramofthewest.com.
Test drive a new Ram truck today during the Ram Power Days, going on now.
So a missed opportunity for Lorfils. Ball did hit the deck.
Still going to look good on his highlight tape.
It really will. Maybe they can Photoshop that one. Zavala under duress again, but he steps up in the pocket, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down. Pick up a 4 on the play, so he gives himself up on the slide. It's a heady play. Brendan, let me ask you this. Is that a missed assignment up front? Is that somebody not holding their position? Is that a missed assignment defensively? You get pressure, but Zavala steps up. It's positive yardage.
Linebackers, absolutely. You have a direct assignment from the middle or the strong side.
Yeah, I mean, they're able to get on Zavala fairly quickly. Zavala to the end zone. This one up for grabs. Lorfils, no doubt about that one.
Oh, wow.
Augustin Lorfils would not be denied.
Not be denied this time.
No, he would not. Let's see it again here.
No Photoshop needed on that one.
No, not at all. Actually, I think you're looking at After Effects, not Photoshop.
Oh, yeah, great athletic play going up at the peak of the ball. This is what we teach.
Takes contact from Bross Lee. Pass intended for Linneberger. And it's an INT. Marauders have it offensively. Still pitching a shutout here today. Week 10 SCFA football. Collins, flag on the field. This is going to be a hold, it looks like. I want to say this is going to go against Jalen Miller. Well, they get Devon Jones is the offending player. That'll wipe out the completion, back it up 10. Well, it's going to be a spot foul, so they're going to say that the hold occurred at the 25-yard line. They'll back it up to the 15. So 1st and 15 for the Marauders. That's where it's different in the NFL there, Brendan.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
NFL, it'd be back at the 10-yard line.
Back at the 10.
Far side, this is Devon Jones looking to make up for that last play. He has a 8-yard gain on that one. Under a minute to play in the third quarter.
This is where AVC excels, catch and throw.
Catch and throw. You got to move the chains. You have to pick up yardage here and burn some clock. Keep your defense off of the field. About a 4-second differential between the game clock and the play clock. So they're going to have to run a play here at the end of the third quarter. Selvig with some time. Now under duress. Gets away from a defender. Pop fly over the middle of the field. This pass is caught. Jalen Miller.
Jalen Miller.
Over a defender. What a play.
That was an all-star play right there. He was out of position. He battled back to come over the top.
Look at the pocket awareness here, Coach.
Awesome, awesome play by the offense.
It was not a well-thrown ball.
Definitely wasn't. They had penetration, good pressure. They were in pursuit, but his pocket awareness got him out.
Look at this catch here, Brendan.
That is awesome. That is just awesome. That's it. That's exactly what is taught at the high school level.
That'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Fourth quarter coming up. ABC on cruise control. Fourth quarter. Impressive catch by Jalen Miller to punctuate the third and the dominance of this ball game for the Marauders. Selvig will keep it. Flag on the field. This one coming back. Jordan Bruni. No, it's going to be a Cruis Clay. This is coming back 10. From the 38 to the 48 now, still in Owl territory. Well, Brendan, we talked about extending this drive and how crucial this would be to really salt this game away in the fourth. We have seen crazier things. I believe it was a couple weeks ago, maybe a few weeks ago, Fullerton and Ventura. I believe Ventura was up 28 points going into the fourth. They were able to force overtime before losing that ball game.
Absolutely, right. That's amazing that you brought that up because
Selvig under duress over the middle of the field. This is Jalen Miller.
Did he get under it?
He bobbled it.
A catch.
Wow. Let's see if this one's
another great catch. Wow. He's got highlight.
He's racking them up, that's for sure. Let's see if this is a catch here. Wow.
His hands underneath, right?
Underneath, but there's a bobble at the end here.
Oh, that's a tough one.
That is a favorable call. 2nd and 7 after the completion. This one over to Devon Jones.
The ball was thrown behind there. He made a good job getting his hips turned around.
That's a great adjustment.
I'm sorry, not his hips, but his waist, getting his waistline, his shoulders turned around and keeping his hips upfield. That's just body control right there.
No doubt about that one. It's a first down. And the Marauders looking for the cherry on top early in the fourth quarter, already up 21-0. The offense for Citrus has not been able to do much here today after a terrific performance on the defensive side of the football for AVC. Selvig will step up into a world of white. The Owls have a sack. Going to give them forward progress to the 24-yard line. They need, looks like the 8-yard line for first.
That was a stop by Carlos, right? Carlos Solanas.
What number do you have
Great
there?
stop, number 53.
Carlos Salinas
Salinas.
on the sack.
Apologize there, Carlos.
Jones are setting up the screen. He's got a block. Collins, nice job blocking on the near side. No flag on the field. Collins saying, hey, look, I just did my job here. Jones, meanwhile, gains back the lost yardage and then some. It's going to be third, very manageable. They need the 8-yard line. Ball placed right now at the 16th, 3rd and 8. As the clock continues to tick down in the final quarter of play, and a couple more games for us. COC hosting Long Beach at 6 p.m. Ventura hosting ELAC also at 6. Selvig with 2 wide to the left. Rolling to his left. Looking to throw across his body. No, he's going to come to a wide open Devon Jones, and he drops it.
Great pass by Selvig.
That's an unreal play call.
Too good to be true, huh?
By Coach Russ. Designed it perfectly. Nobody within 20 feet of him.
I mean, the athleticism that Selvig showed in flipping his hips around in time to make that pass.
Usually that's a cardinal sin in football. You don't want to throw back across your body either to the middle of the field or to the opposite side of the field, but that was by design. Devon Jones had leaked out. Everybody going to the other side of the field defensively, and he was wide open, was Devon Jones. Terrific play call. Unfortunately, Devon Jones unable to come up with the reception. Playing so well late in the season. That one intended for Jones again across the middle of the field. Late hit. I think this is going to be a personal foul call. Selvig comes up hobbling after that one. Roughing the passer, Selvig. He's a gamer.
That he is.
And that's a frustration penalty there, Coach. Don't really need that. Haven't been able to do much. He's been very elusive here today. Selvig gets a late one. It's a new set of downs.
And the defense has been doing such a great job here in this close field position to the end zone, so that they can't get down on themselves. Aside from that blown coverage on the last play, they've been doing good.
Very aggressive. Selvig.
Oh, wow.
As a man ran over, and that pass incomplete, intended again for Devon Jones.
Getting up slow.
Is that Morris Moore that got absolutely leveled?
He took it, too. He took it like a champ.
Well, he failed to pick up the last blitz coverage that he was going up against. He didn't this time, but he pays the price for it.
He paid the price for it, but hey, he
see him get run over in a big way. But kudos to him for sticking in there, buying his quarterback a little bit more time. Pass incomplete, intended again for Devon Jones.
Absolutely.
11:20 to go. 11:19 to go, excuse me, after the incompletion.
That's what they're looking for at the next level. You know, with his size, being at the size that he is, they definitely want to see if he's going to have the mental toughness to still stay in there and take those type of plays, because he did his job.
Well, the most famous blitz pickup, I think, is maybe in the history of football it's the MJD. versus Sean Merriman.
Sean Merriman pickup. That is infamous. Indeed.
Absolutely decleats. I mean, anytime you talk to a football guy about it, you know exactly what play I'm talking about.
Oh, man, it is memorable. It is absolutely memorable. It is something that is still shown in game film study today.
That's textbook. That's how you're supposed to do it.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
You get low and you make somebody pay. And JD was a master of that. You know, he put up some pretty gaudy stats, and I have heard some rumblings about, you know, possible or Hall of Fame
Famer. Yeah, I have
candidacy,
too.
and you know, I think he maybe has a case. I think if Terrell Davis himself is going to go down in a heap.
Great coverage by the defensive line there. They're not letting up.
No, they keep on bringing it, that's for
sure.
They're
Gamers. I give it to them.
Well, it's 2nd and goal from the 29. Timeout taken with 10:51. Back in a moment.
HW Hunters Ram of the West is the largest Ram truck center in America, with an inventory as big as a wide open West, including upfit vans and work trucks, on 10th Street West in the Lancaster Auto Mall or ramofthewest.com.
Test drive a new Ram truck today during the Ram Power Days, going on now.
Hunter Dodge of the West, Toyota of Lancaster. Amino Surge, sponsors here today, among many others. Morris Moore going nowhere.
Great
The defense
defensive line response.
making a statement here. They could easily have gone down 28-0 after the roughing the passer call. You get an offensive penalty. You back them up. It is 3rd and 33.
They're showing real grit. I mean, this is exactly what we like to see from these kids, especially this late in the game and being down at three scores, and they're not giving up.
Nope. And the Marauders milking a ton of time here. 21-0. The defense re-energizing the batteries. Delay of game, back it up 5. Well, at this point, you're going to milk as much as you want. You're just looking for a little bit more room to operate.
Absolutely.
I think that's a delay of game penalty. That's by design. Game clock continues to move under 10 minutes. Selvig in the shotgun. Showing blitz. They do bring an extra guy. It's picked up. Pass is complete near side. Jalen Miller. Miller takes it down near the 20-yard line. They'll give him the 20.
Great catch and throw. Really clean. Solid.
Makes this a very manageable 37-yard field goal attempt if they bring out Lucas Seaton. Or do they just go for it here? At this point, you just go for it.
Hey, let's play ball. Go for it.
Now, I have a question for you. I have seen Pooch field goals. When's the last? That's a Doug Flutie special, wasn't
it? Good old Doug Flutie from the CFL.
Now that's a possibility here, right, Coach?
Yeah, absolutely.
If he kicks one through the uprights, remember, he is a punter. No, he's going to go for it. One-on-one, Miller. And there's some contact there. There's not going to be a flag called. I think it's incidental. The legs got tangled up.
And he was going for the ball.
He was.
He did a good job.
Now, if the head had not been turned around, that'd be a different story. But
Absolutely.
Well, hey, the helmet comes off there, and the man in coverage was Chima Baraguru. And Baraguru takes his helmet off before he gets to the sideline. And he needs to be careful because that could have easily been called a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, a little too excited there.
He didn't take it off emphatically. I wonder if it's maybe it was a chin strap issue and something that they're talking about with the referee on the sideline there.
Okay.
Camacho hands off, and first man there, Kalai Clark.
Great job by Clark.
Look at his penetration on the replay.
Immediately.
That is Jadeveon Clowney-esque.
That's an athlete.
We saw him running the football earlier in the game, looking terrific on that one. Camacho. Blitz by Purdue, complete to Flores. And the bright spot offensively today has been Flores. He has been terrific. Jeremiah, 6'2" wide receiver, freshman from Norco. 6'2", 170. You get a little bit more bulk on that frame, he's going to be a weapon.
Oh, man, absolutely. Absolutely.
You see the skill set already. But now if you can develop the talent physically, you see those letters start to pile up. One-on-one now, they switch them to the top of the screen. 2-by-2 formation, Bros Lee on the tackle, but the completion made to Reggie Crawford. It's going to move the chains.
Last play, 56 sent the tackle flying. This play, he just runs right through him.
Father-son play-by-play, I love it.
I mean, it's just definitely something that's really good to see the defense is able to still maintain this aggressiveness.
Yep. Still got to be disciplined. They have been so, and it would be a statement here to take a 7-1 team and shut them out at home in Week 10 of the regular season. Camacho takes off, and he'll be
great pursuit by the
pummeled by
there.
Figures. It was Cochran and Figures finishing it off. Keep the clock moving. It is a 4-yard gain on the play.
Great job by Jalen.
Jalen.
Yeah, Jalen coming up. He even went for the ball, too. That was smart.
4 points away from being 7-1 on the season. Go back to the loss versus Santa Ana in Week 2. 1 point loss at home to San Bernardino Valley, who beat Citrus handily a week ago. Citrus, that was their lone loss on the season. And should the score hold, looks like it's going to, 6:46 remaining in the fourth. They're going to drop their second in a row in 2019. This will be a 3-game win streak for the Marauders, looking to host a playoff game come bowl season. Camacho still under duress. Clark.
All right, those linebackers.
Lets him get ahead of the clock. Clark has played beautifully here today, but he's going to come off. He's gassed. Goodman will come off. Get some second teamers in there. Let them play it out.
Absolutely. Get those guys some reps in.
You're going to need the depth. You got to develop these players. And let's talk about this team and their development over the past couple of seasons in Antelope Valley. And Coach Jaleka, Coach Gordon coming on board.
Yeah, Coach Jaleka doing an amazing job. Amazing job. He's setting himself up here for a really good, awesome next season with these guys if they return.
You talk about a lot of the guys making the plays today. They're freshmen.
Exactly.
You have Harvey,
exactly.
Goodman. It's been an amazing thing to watch here and to think about what they might have next season in 2020. Got to be scary for opposing teams.
I see it.
Camacho in the shotgun. Back to pass. Nothing
Good
there.
penetration.
Takes it to the far side. That one nearly intercepted. And it was Enzo Fintao Barker having a beat on it.
Second team D looks good. Coach Eaton's definitely got it figured out.
Indeed. 3rd and 5. Camacho claps him into it. One-on-one on the near side. That one out of bounds. Maybe some contact from Purdue, but that's not a catchable ball. There is a foul on the field. Late flag comes in.
2.
I wonder if we can see what happened here. Is there a late hit on the QB? No. Well, there is a flag on the field. It's just illegal contact downfield. But if the ball's in the air, Coach, there's one on the sideline, one near the boundary, and one near the line of scrimmage.
One interior, one coverage flag.
Offset. So 2 fouls on one on each team. So we can do 3rd and 5 all over again. 5:32 to go. Talk it over here. Change out the ball.
See number 55, Arnold's in for Clark. I like Arnold. Arnold's done a great job this year as a sophomore.
Figures. Along with Reginald Wright. And Wright's had a pretty good game as well. And just called out a lot of names repetitively here today. And with Goodman, Kalai Clark not in there. Goodman back into the fray. So Goodman along with Arnold. They'll move Arnold a little bit outside, looks like. Maybe assuming the role of Kalai Clark. Not in the outside, excuse me. Move him over. So we haven't seen a lot of Arnold and Goodman in at the same time. We'll see him right here. Fourth down. Need some pressure. That's a hold.
There it is.
Didn't matter.
They came through hard.
They nearly take off the jersey of Goodman. And it's a swarming sack by the defense.
Great defensive stand.
Fontao Barker, Goodman, Arnold, Brandon Goodman in there as well. Turnover on downs. Pass is complete. This is Jalen Cochran.
Any idea how many receptions Cochran has today?
You know, I can go find out.
He's racking them up.
Seven-yard gain on the play, 2nd and 3 for Tyler Selvig and company. Keeping himself. Designed run up the middle, past the 25-yard line. First down and then some. That'll move the chains and keep the clock moving.
Great keeper.
It's a good call.
Another keeper up the middle.
And indeed,
Selvig
will keep it himself and move the chains. Well, won't move the chains, but positive yardage on first down, make it 2nd and 8.
And we're keeping that clock running. So
That's
exactly
the
what
big
they
thing
need to do.
for sure. Second and 8. Selvig
I see something to the left here.
will keep it himself. If anything, the Marauders just want to fall on the football en route to their 6th win on the season. Third and 9 after a loss of 1. Selvig pass nearly
Almost
intercepted.
picked off.
It's a great jump on that route, Joseph Castillo. Castillo with an interception, I believe, earlier in this one.
I keep seeing an opening over there over to the left with 81. That's Eric Gaona.
Yeah, Guyana.
Gaona, yeah, he's been doing a pretty good job of getting some separation and having some distance, but we haven't been able to get it over there to him.
Well, Lucas Sheaton going to have a chance here. This is going to be from about 39 yards out. The leg is there. Looks good. Nope.
Great kick. No.
Off the mark.
Wide.
Missed field goal with 1:38 to go in the 4th. Again, special thanks to our sponsors here today, Toyota Lancaster, Amino Surge, Hunter Dodge of the West.
Oh, they brought Clark back in too? Oh, wow. They're giving a good front.
Camacho
Great
complete.
spin.
It's a great job initially get away from a tackler. Pass caught by Jeremiah Lindeberger. Lindeberger's had a nice game.
Yeah. Great job wrapping up there.
Well, it's not set in stone. Obviously, we have to wait for playoff matchings, but AVC, should they host a playoff game, we would likely have coverage of that for you. If not, it's been an incredible year covering Marauder football. Brandon Goodman, senior, in the booth with me here today. And, Brandon, we really thank you for your time and your contribution to this program with Amino Surge and what you're trying to do with that.
Thank you for having me, Mike. I really appreciate it.
Also, shout out to Clearview Eye Care, Carpetaria Design Center, McDonald's, AV Express Flyaway, Bud's All-Star, Sporting Goods, Coach's Bar and Grill, and Vince's Pizza and Pasta. This
Yeah,
one
we got another
intercepted
pick.
on the far side. And this could be a pick six. Still on his feet, it's Jalen Cochran.
Awesome job by Jalen Cochran. Alertness. That ball was bobbled a few times before he was able to go ahead and keep his eye on it and pick it off. Great job on the return. Showed some elusiveness.
And expect victory formation coming out. A terrific performance here today by Antelope Valley. They came out ready. They came out hungry, looking to show why they are one of the top teams in the American. and they did exactly that. They have really responded after a crushing defeat at the hands of Allen Hancock. The Bulldogs came in here during everybody else's bye week and absolutely shredded the Marauders, and the Marauders have really responded since then. They've gone 3-1, 3 straight wins now after the loss to San Bernardino Valley. Wins over COD, Mount San Jacinto, and now Citrus coming in 7-1, make it 7-2. Antelope Valley will improve to 6-3. Special thanks, of course, to Tom Gang, athletic director here at Antelope Valley College. Again, thank you to our crew, Angelo Solis, Rob Chang, Jorge Zepeda. I am Mike Zepeda signing off. Thank you for watching, everybody, and we'll hopefully see you in a couple weeks for playoff Marauder football.
Hunters Ram of the West is the largest Ram truck center in America, built from the ground up to offer the best truck buying and service experience anywhere. Let one of our certified truck experts help you choose from hundreds of trucks in inventory, including upfit vans and work trucks. And we have an inventory as big as the wide open west. Shop H.W. Hunters Ram of the West on 10th Street West in the Lancaster Auto Mall or ramofthewest.com.
Test drive a new Ram truck today during the Ram Power Days, going on now.